A 12-year-old girl amekuja kwako, anajielewa, like unamuuliza, have you started having sexual intercourse? Okay, the simple way to put it, do you have a boyfriend? Yes. Okay, because that is the entry point. What do you do with the boyfriend? Unaona ana shy off kidogo. Then unamuuliza, have you started engaging in sexual intercourse? Anakwambia yes. Do you use protection? No.
Everything is at stake.
Everything is at stake.
Hey folks, we're glad we're having this podcast to discuss about contraception. My name is Metrine. This is At Stake podcast. I love to introduce my team.
Hello everyone, I'm Jemima. I'm a nurse working for Mild May Kenya, targeting youths and adolescents.
Nice.
Hi guys, Samantha Muganda, but people call me Sam Girl. Kama uko cute. And then I'm a student and also a child advocate.
Nice. Having this discussion, it's nice to get views from young people. So Samantha is representing the young people. And who else not to have than the people who are offering the services. So I'll start by asking Samantha, ukisikia contraception una feel aje first?
If I hear the word contraception, like it makes me feel like our young people are in a good place because for now, in this generation, we can't compare it with the other generation of Gen X. So to us, they want to have sex and you know the result of sex. So by the word contraception is just to help us avoid unplanned pregnancy, meaning our ladies and our young girls outside, they are safe. So it makes me feel happy if they are available.
Kwa mtaa kuna zile stories za contraception. You know, we always have the myths. So naweza taka kusikia ni gani umesikia?
Myths about contraception. So kadhaa. Kuna ingine nilikuwa nasikia like those lady mwenye alikuwa anasema boy yake amekataa asiweke contraception because age yake ya sex itarudi chini. So I was like, aje sasa. Wala. And then ingine walikuwa anasema ina lead to infertility. Yeah, and then nikikumbuka zingine nitakuwa nazisema
fertility na low libido. Yeah, okay. Mama, Jamie, introduce us to contraception.
Ama kuna hii yenye mpaka makomrade wanataka. Ati mtu kani petite na weke family planning ana boom like inakaa boost.
Okay, thank you so much everyone. And about family planning, the term family planning is just generally the concept of planning, trying to avoid unplanned pregnancies. And when we come down now to contraceptives or contraception, from the word conception is the process of getting pregnant. So when we talk about contraceptives, it's something that you're going to use to prevent pregnancies. So contraceptives are now the methods in which we use to prevent the pregnancies. Yes.
So now I think this month nimekuwa na issue na as a service provider nishazoea family planning FP every now and then. So the question is, what's the difference between family planning now and contraception?
Actually, when we come to the facility, don't tell us to put family planning. We don't have families to plan.
Actually, when we talk about the word family planning, just as I have said, it's the general concept of trying to avoid unplanned pregnancies. The general concept, like we have the methods, all other ways, all wrapped into the word family planning. But when you now come to contraceptives, these are now the methods that we are using in family planning. Family planning is the blanket that covers all around contraception. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. So, Samantha,
Yes.
gani unajua?
Contraceptive, because me, I'm not talking about family planning. Let me just talk about contraceptives. So some of the contraceptives that I know, there's this that is called Depo, that is being given after 3 months. Unakuwa nene, then unarudi after 3 months. And then kuna implant. Implant kuna 2 years na 5 years. And then inaingizwa kwa mkono, karodi zingine kabisa. Yeah. Then kuna ICD yenye inakuwa inserted. And then tuko na ile yenye vasectomy na tubal ligation. Tubal ligation. Yeah, na vasectomy for men. And then najua condom. Hiyo ndio common kabisa. Najua kuna pills, where we have 2 types of pills. Kuna emergency pill yenye there's a combination yenye iko tofauti. Yeah, and then tuko na zile natural withdrawal, which most men hawafanyi, na hata sisi hatuwezi kubali wafanye.
I love the fact that you representing the youth unazijua zote.
Okay. Now, Samantha has mentioned some of the contraceptive methods, but we now have to really know there's a thin difference between the types and the methods of the contraceptives. When we talk about the types of contraceptives, we have based on how long they are going to be used or which effect they are going to bring when we use them. This is taking us to having, we have the hormonal methods. Under hormonal, we have the long-term methods and the short-term methods. Then we have the non-hormonal, which we can also have other long-term methods which are non-hormonal. Then we can also have the permanent methods which will come as non-hormonal. Then we have the barrier and the natural methods as the types of contraceptives. But when we now come to the methods, these are now the specific contraceptives that we give. When I talk about hormonal family planning methods, we have the pills, we have the injectables, we have the implants, we have hormonal IUCD, all wrapped under hormonal methods. When we talk about non-hormonal methods, we have the non-hormonal IUCD or the coil, as the common term puts it. Then now under permanent, these are now methods that once they are used, there is no coming back, like trying that one day utataka kupata mtoto. They are permanent. This is where, as Samantha mentioned, this is where tubal ligation or the BTL and vasectomy for men comes in. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Okay. Then I think we're forgetting here the LAM.
Oh yeah.
Lactational amenorrhea.
Yeah.
It's a natural one.
It's a natural method. Just to clarify on that, this one works for mothers who have given birth, and they are going to exclusively breastfeed their babies within 6 months. When I talk about exclusively, we are not going to include like expressing breast milk. We are talking about the natural breastfeeding the baby for the next 6 months. And within the 6 months, there must be no return of periods or the menses. It means if a mother resumes menses within the 6 months, then the LAM process has been interfered with and we can no longer trust it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So now, the fact that tushajua the methods, eligibility. Who is eligible for this family planning? Not everyone walks in ako eligible. So who's eligible?
Okay. Eligibility, it's a bit broad. It's a very broad spectrum that maybe we can't cover the whole of it. But the things that we look around are just around the medical presentation of the clients that come for these services. Like, why the medical bit of it? As we give these methods, especially the hormonal methods, we have to be sure, is this person on other medication that might interfere with the interaction between the drugs and the family planning? And most of the areas that are being concentrated on are on the chronic conditions like hypertension, diabetes. We can also think of obesity, because some of the methods make some of the clients increase weight. It's a bit broad. And I think this one can call for our specialists to give further clarification on the same. And now that we are concentrating on the young people, most of the young people who come in are full of good health, and they are lucky that they don't have any other condition that bar them from using the family planning methods. So when they come in, but we still inquire. Do you have any medical condition that you are using, like long-term drugs? Are you on any long-term drugs? And if there is no, we always say that you will try the methods. All the methods will be okay with you as a first-time user, provided you're going to use these methods right. Remember, we talked about the short-term and the long-term methods. If you choose to use the long-term, are you using it the right way? If you choose to use the short-term, are you using it the right way? So these ones are where some of the side effects that I think will also be captured in the next session comes in. If you're not using it the right way, then you might have some side effects.
That's nice. Samantha, as a young person, I feel at what age at what age should family planning be offered? Because kuna issues na age. Nasura jo my youth.
According to me, for now we can't compare like with venye nilisema Gen X. Gen X au by 16 years ashaolewa ameenda kwa nini, si ndio? But to us we are growing up, kama tunajua simu, tunajua everything, we see these things hata kwa TV nini. At 12 years unapata msichana ameanza ku have sex. So if inaweza kuwa hata 15 years. From 15 cause and then si lazima tu ikuwe 15. In case kunaweza kuwa na constitution ama place yenye inaweza allow the service providers to offer service for me to go in the facility to seek for service. There's a reason why I'm going to seek for that service. I should not be denied that opportunity of getting that service. So inafaa, according to me, ikuwa hata 15, but not that ni hiyo 15 lazima. Hata 13, nimeshaanza kupiga mechi bana. Mnipe nijilinde, sitaki kuwa na bole ya mapema.
But do you feel like for the service providers na the facilities around, do you feel tunapea my youth your chance ya ku get family planning without judgment and everything?
Okay, for the service providers, they are trying. Where there's a challenge is the parents and people that are around these young people. You find that most of the time they spend with their teachers at school and then their parents. So when a parent realizes that his or her daughter, like, amerealize mtoto wake ameenda kafanywa family planning, anaanza kusema mna introduce mtoto wangu kwa tabia mbaya, si ndio? Not knowing the importance of that family planning. So unapata a lady or a young girl can decide to go for this FP, and then the mother anakuja nawambia atoe, yet the service providers did her part, unaona, because anajaribu ku protect the situation. Instead ya at 13 year ama at 16 year mtoto ashike bola zae, mtoto ameza mtoto, at least avoid mtoto kuzaa mtoto mwingine. So the service providers are doing so well. The challenges is only those people around the young girls.
Jem,
Yes.
you've had the discussion of our young people. Actually, so the young people are having sex than sisi wakubwa. So what's the appropriate age?
That is still a very tricky part, especially in Kenya. We know that most of the services that you are offering are being covered by guidelines. And within the guidelines, somehow they bar us. But kwa ground, vitu ni tofauti kidogo, because you realize that just as from what Samantha is saying, you will realize that a 12-year-old girl amekuja kwako, anajielewa, like unamuliza, have you started having sexual intercourse? Okay, the simple way to put it, do you have a boyfriend? Yes. Okay, because that is the entry point. What do you do with the boyfriend? Unaona ana shy off kidogo. Then unamuliza, have you started engaging in sexual intercourse? Anakwambia yes. Do you use protection? No. Then that's where unarudi, you're like, oh, it is not in the guidelines, but here, my hands are tied. What do I do? You will do your part as a service provider. We try to talk to the guardians and the parents so that we also make them understand. Trying to talk to this guardian or the parent about the bit of the complications that might come with this young girl getting pregnant and delivering at this tender age, as compared to she is already having sex. Talking about abstinence, because that is the word that most of the parents and the guardians want to hear. We will talk about it, but how sure are we that a young person who have already started engaging in sexual intercourse will go ahead and abstain? Abstaining is only working for those who have not tested sex. So yes, we do our part, but remember, even in offering the services to the ages below what the guidelines recommends, we just do the right documentation about them. Once you've documented, I had to do this because of 1, 2, 3, it can one day set you free. And when I talk about setting you free, now that you're also a service provider, you understand what it means in the Kenyan government.
So we've had a good discussion on contraceptive. I think the next episode we're picking on the side effects and a lot more with our gynecologist on board. I think I'll ask my team to just give a parting shot.
Okay. Yes, Metrine, before the parting shot, Samantha mentioned some of the myths and misconceptions around family planning. Just as they were mentioned, until studies and research state otherwise, they will remain to be myths. Because I believe, not as a service provider, but as a young woman who is using family planning and or rather contraceptives and also having sex, this is the time that I should enjoy sex the most, because the main worry when you are having sex is always about, what about if I'm going to be pregnant? But now the pregnancy has been taken care of. I should enjoy sex, yes? Yeah, another thing, what was the other side effect? Infertility, remember I mentioned, when you use the methods the right way, when we associate it with infertility, are we using the family planning, or rather the contraceptives as the young people want it to be put, the right way? Most of the family planning methods that you use, the fertility returns immediately after you're done with them. That is, if you use them the right way. Another common myth that we hear in most cases is that contraceptives make young people to be promiscuous, like watakuwa wanaenda na kila mtu. That is not the case. This is just helping us to take care of the unplanned pregnancies. Yes.
Sure. Samantha, parting shots.
Okay, me, what I can say as we are finalizing this is that as a young person, don't limit yourself because your boyfriend, your parent, amekataa usiende contraception. If that is what you want, can't you just go? Hawataangalia vagina, waangalie wapate ICD huko ndani. Wewe mwanaume hatafika huko apate. So go enjoy and then so long as you protect yourself.
Umesema hata check huko ndani.
Hata check. By the way, kuna wanaume wanakushika mkono, they want to see. Kama ni huyo, go for depo. So long as umejilinda.
Male involvement is another topic we're going to handle next time we're having the other episode with our gainer. And also the myth, the gynecologist is coming on board to address that. So until next time, bye-bye.
Bye.
Everything is there.